Hey guys, it's Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, today I'm going to be doing a video just talking about like tips and tricks on weight loss and just staying healthy and just being healthy for the new year and just being able to stay on top of yourself. So I'm obviously not a nutritionist, I'm not a professional, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, so everyone's different. I can't tell you this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do, but what I can tell you is my personal experience, what has worked for me, what has worked for people I know, what I've researched. I do love studying nutrition. I've taken nutrition classes. I really like nutrition. I feel like it's so cool. I feel like just learning about like being healthy is really interesting. So I'm not here to tell you this is what will work for you, because if you have, different illnesses or a thyroid problem, or if you have a certain lifestyle, it's going to be different for everyone. So this isn't going to just be the magic to your problems, but this may help you shed those extra few pounds. Or if you're a beginner, this will help you get started. If you're kind of like plateauing and you just want to like lose a few, or you're trying to maintain your weight even, something like that, or just to give you those extra few steps if what you're doing now isn't working or you just kind of want some extra help, this is what this video is here for. I really want to start doing more lifestyle and fitness and health videos. I really like that. I feel like that would be a good idea. So comment down below or thumbs up this video for any requests if you want to see my workout routine or my lifestyle fitness routine. I can do like what I eat in a day, which I'm still trying to work on what I eat anyway, but you know what I mean. So let me know what kind of videos you would like. So I have some tips and tricks, and I'll go into like what I personally did. So the first thing is you have to stay disciplined. You have to keep on yourself. You don't want to work out for 3 days and then stop, and then work out for 2 days and then stop, and then you kind of on and off, because that's really going to get you nowhere and it does nothing. Or eat healthy for a week and then stop. You want to stay consistent, you want to be reliable, you want to push yourself, you have to be your own coach. Yeah, there might be people and friends that can be like, oh come on, stay motivated, but they can't, be you. You have to discipline yourself. You have to know when to say no. You have to force yourself to work out, even if you don't feel like working out, even if you're too tired, you're too lazy, you don't feel like exercising, you're not motivated, you still have to do it. And that's the one problem that I still struggle with, that everyone struggles with. You have to find time in your schedule, force yourself, just really stay motivated, because that's how you're going to get your results. If you're consistent and you're really like you're on yourself, making sure, okay, this is my routine, this is my schedule, this is when I have free time, this is what I'm going to do. You just have to stay on yourself. It may not be the most fun thing, but you will feel so much better when you get the results you want, and when you feel good, that's going to be worth it. That reward is going to be worth it. Another thing I want to talk about first is the number on the scale. So people are so worried about their weight. Obviously, the scale tells you what you weigh, but it's not just about the numbers on the scale. Someone can weigh 150 pounds and look overweight, and another person can weigh the exact same amount and look so fit, so healthy, so in shape. It's not about the number on the scale. It's about how you look, how you feel, how your body looks in the mirror. If you do measurements, measure your waist, how much inches you lost, what size of clothes that you're fitting into, that's what matters. If the number on the scale is freaking you out, stop weighing yourself. Weigh yourself, once a month, or just to see your progress. Sometimes you might gain weight and it freaks people out when they're exercising and eating protein, or you're just exercising in general, you're building muscle, you're gaining weight. Muscle weighs more than fat. Someone who's fit surprisingly weighs more than you think they do, just because of their muscle. Yeah, they look lean, yeah, they look skinnier, yeah, they look healthier, but they weigh more. So it's not about the number on the scale. If you're happy with how your body looks and you're getting the results you want, and you're eating healthy and exercising and you feel good and you're losing the inches, but the scale says otherwise, just ignore the scale. People freak out about the number on the scale, and two people, like I said, can weigh the exact same amount and look completely different. So it's not about what the scale says, it's about what you look like and how you feel about that. So I know everyone hears this, but drink water. And water is good for everything, but it's really good for weight loss and for your metabolism, for your skin, for everything. Drinking water all day long will boost your metabolism. It helps you burn faster. It kind of helps you make you feel more full so you don't eat as much, especially if you drink a glass of water before your biggest meal or before your meals. It kind of fills you up. Sometimes you think you're hungry and you're just thirsty, and your brain can't tell the difference. So try drinking some water first before you go snack and see if you still feel hungry. Sometimes you're just thirsty. If you drink water as soon as you wake up because you're sleeping and you're dehydrated, it just like starts your day. It gives you more energy. It releases all the toxins. It helps you get everything out of your body. It keeps you going throughout the day. Water is like the most important thing to weight loss. And if you have like lemon water or cucumbers in your water, it just kind of helps like also detoxify. And I know water is not the most delicious thing, but it's needed. Water is like so important, and if you have to start with flavored water, like start pouring those packets, that's fine, but you need to get water. Another thing is to obviously cut back on added sugars and added salts. We eat so many foods, especially those processed or packaged or boxed foods, that have so many added salt and sugars that's what's causing the bloat and the weight gain. And those meals, by the way, that say low carb or low fat, low sugar, whatever it says, it's going to be high in something else. If it says reduced fat, guarantee it's higher in sugar. If it says reduced sodium, it's going to be higher in fat. Just because it's low in one thing, it's going to have a higher amount of something else. And those diet foods or lean foods or whatever they're called, they're not any healthier than just buying the original thing, because they're processed, they're frozen, they're packaged, and they're not natural foods, and they are just as bad for you, any of the diet foods, as the regular packaged foods. So I'm just letting you know that they try to gimmick you on that, but they're really not any different. They're going to have a crap ton of sodium, they're going to have a lot of sugars added, they're going to have a lot of fat content. So just saying, you want to stick to as many natural foods as you can, and whole foods and raw foods and fruits and vegetables. I'm not going to preach veganism on anyone, because if you're just getting started, especially if you're a beginner, that would be the hardest thing to do. But what I'm saying is eat as natural as possible. Eat at home. Cook your foods at home instead of going out. Yeah, you may have pasta at home, but it's at home. You know what goes into that. You're cooking it. You're making it yourself. It's so much healthier than going out and eating pasta. And if that's where you have to start, eat at home. Don't eat out as much, because that's one of the culprits that is eating out. But you can see what you put in your food. Try cooking without salt. Use a potassium no salt, or use sea salt in a less amount, and use pepper and cayenne pepper and garlic powder, and there's just so many different things that you could do just to help your salt intake and your sugar intake. And if you cook without salt and then put the salt on your food afterwards, you'll be able to control that as well. So just stay as away from many processed foods as possible. I know that's hard sometimes, especially being a college student and working and always being in a rush to just grab something. But if you don't have it in your house, or you don't have it near you, and you're more likely to grab something healthy if you have healthy food around you. If you have sugary foods around you, you're more likely to grab that. But a lot of people like to meal prep. They will cook the night before or cook the weekend before for the whole week, or they'll write on a calendar what they're having for dinner so they know. Because if you plan it out, you're more likely to do it rather than, oh, what should I eat? This is last minute, I'm going to grab this. And so just planning out your meals and really being conscious of what you're putting in your diet. Another thing I will recommend, I will link it down below, is the documentary What the Health. A lot of people have seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. It's not too horribly long, and it's actually really entertaining and scary. So I will link it down below. I think I can find the full one on YouTube. It's also on Netflix, called What the Health, and it just talks about what certain things do to your body, and it makes you not want to eat that ever again. But it's it gives you facts. It doesn't just scare you. It gives you true facts and proves it to you. So if you can go vegan, that'd be the best thing. So many people have lost weight going vegan, or even vegetarian, and work your way there, or just not going either, but eating as less dairy as possible and not eating meat unless you have to. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of being more conscious of what you're putting in your body. Dairy is so bad for your body. There's been studies that dairy is really bad for your body. So I would recommend at least trying to go dairy-free and gluten-free, and then work your way to like no red meat, like no pork and no beef, and then only eat chicken and turkey, and then work your way. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, but what I'm saying is, and trying to, you know, doing it cold turkey, no pun intended, kind of can sometimes make people sick because they're going from processed foods to nothing but raw food. But it just depends. If you want to go like a plant-based diet, it's been proven that will give you the best results. But if you do not want to do that, I have a list of healthier, I'm not saying these are healthy, I'm saying these are healthier options for non-plant-based people. Some of these things will be vegan, but not a lot of these aren't. And these are for people who don't want to go vegan, or who aren't going vegan, or can't, or don't want to yet. These are options that are better than just eating processed foods. I'm not saying these are healthy, but I'm saying these are healthier. So, okay, so for breakfast you could have 2 hard-boiled eggs, because they're boiled, they're not fried, and eggs are a lot of protein. You can have an egg sandwich, like a fried egg with cheese and light mayo on a healthy bread. You can have oatmeal, especially sugar-free oatmeal. You can have fruit, bananas, apples, whatever you want. You can have smoothies. You can put in frozen fruit. You can put a banana. You can put spinach, water. You can use almond milk. You can use juice, even though it's kind of sugary. You can use low-fat yogurt, some ice cubes. You can use protein powder. I use like a vegan protein powder. But anything, make yourself a smoothie. You can put peanut butter in there and make it, you know. You can have a protein shake, like I said. Try not to buy those pre-made protein shakes. I mean, if you have to, but they're not the best thing. They're high in a lot of stuff, so you can make your own protein shakes with the protein powder. Protein bars and energy bars. The bread I use is the Sara Lee Healthy Multigrain 45-calorie bread, and I toast it with like light butter, peanut butter, or hummus, or you can have some jam. Healthier cereals. Whole grain waffles with peanut butter and honey instead of syrup, scrambled eggs with cheese, or low-fat yogurt. So for lunch, another option would be salad. You can have a chicken salad, you can have Italian, balsamic vinaigrette, Caesar, croutons, no croutons, etc. Salads are really good. Seafood salad or chicken salad, a veggie burger without a bun. You can have a chicken patty without a bun. A baked potato, plain, with light butter. You can have, like, baked potatoes are actually really good for you. Potatoes are good until you start adding all the stuff on top of them. Turkey burger without the bun. Fish sandwich or fish in general, not fried. Grilled chicken, eggs, tuna sandwich, tuna or chicken wrap, and a regular sandwich. Eating a sandwich at home is so much better than going out and getting a bunch of crap. For dinner, I would just recommend a smaller portion. A lot of people are stuck eating what their parents make for dinner, or they don't eat, and so you're kind of forced to eat what's cooked that night. So what I would recommend is just eat whatever's there, you know, because that's fine, but a smaller portion. Instead of overstuffing yourself, just eat a smaller portion. Anything mentioned in the lunch above, you could have a turkey helper. Instead of red meat, you can use turkey meat and kind of work your way there. Tuna helper, baked fish, whole grain, gluten-free, pasta, spaghetti with turkey meatballs, chicken fried rice or white rice, turkey tacos, baked chicken and veggie, stir fry. Regular things, just smaller portions. And then for snacks, because some people love snacking, anything mentioned in the breakfast area, or Triscuits, pretzels, wheat thins, or carrots and hummus instead of chips. And also have just crackers or veggies. I like snacking on carrots. You can have a spoonful of peanut butter. That's a lot of protein and it's filling and sweet if you're craving something sweet. A granola bar, Cheez-Its, or healthier chips. And then for desserts, anything mentioned in the breakfast area, low fat, chocolate milk, or you can have almond milk if you're craving something sweet, small cookies or chocolates, smoothies, protein bars, etc., fruits, yogurt, low-fat muffins, little packets of sugar-free sweet snacks, cereal, sherbet or frozen yogurt instead of ice cream, or you can get dairy-free ice cream, granola bars, half portions of stuff you normally eat, just smaller portions, or you can have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I also wrote no pop at all, ever, soda, pop, whatever you guys call it where you live, even the diet or zero. Just not drinking pop, you can lose a lot of weight. That's like the worst thing for you to drink. And that's another thing, is drinking calories. If you drink your calories, you're more likely to gain more weight than if you were to just eat something. So a lot of people have sugary drinks and they don't even realize what's in those drinks, like juices and certain things. You might as well just drink water, like I said. And then I try not to eat fast food anymore at all. And if I do eat out, I try to fill up mostly on salads and like sides, veggies. Instead of getting fries as a side, get a veggie or get fruits or get a baked potato with the sides on the side instead of fries. And then I try not to get desserts when I go out to eat. And then you can look at the menu and see their healthier options. Like a lot of places will have like a low calorie section or healthier section. And then what I like to do is I split my portion in half. Instead of eating the whole meal in one setting, that's normally enough for 2 meals. I'll cut it in half, eat half, and take half home for another meal later on. Sometimes if I have to eat like Subway or something, if you have to like go somewhere, you can get like a tuna and spinach with pickles on a 6-inch on their wheat bread. If you have no choice to eat fast food, you can order fries without salt. I know it doesn't make it too much better, but McDonald's will make you fries without salt if you ask. They have to make a whole separate batch, but you can ask that. You can have a grilled or baked chicken sandwich instead of a fried chicken sandwich or a burger. You can have fish, or like I said, just a smaller portion. Jimmy John's can be healthy, can be a healthier option. You can have the turkey tom lettuce wrap. Instead of bread, they'll wrap it in lettuce for you. Light on mayo, no chips, or Chipotle instead of Taco Bell. You know, when you're craving something like that, you can have a bowl instead of a burrito. Just the tortilla alone adds 400 plus calories. If you have a bowl, you're already eating healthier. You can get chicken instead of red meat. You can get no sour cream, only brown rice, black beans, and vegetables, and you have your healthy meal right there. There's a place that's by me that actually is made for healthy fast food. They have turkey burgers, they have salads, they have whole grain pastas, they have protein shakes. They're actually like really cool. And then I try not to eat candy except moderation. So that's for the diet portion that I would recommend that you would do if you are looking for healthier options. Another thing I would recommend is eat less refined carbs. There's 2 different kinds of carbs. There's simple sugars and there's complex sugars. And I'm talking about the unhealthy carbs that kind of just are your quick energy and they give you energy and then you just are tired, and the sugary candy foods like that. Carbs are actually good for you, and people think that's crazy and they try to go on low carb diets, and low carb diets are actually not that good. High carb, low fat diets are actually better. You can do your own research on it because it's a really long explanation, but basically there's good carbs just like there's good fat and avocado and good stuff, like potatoes and bananas, foods that are high in carbs. If you eat them with something else in your meal, you will have energy all day long. You will actually lose more weight. It's better to eat carbs after a workout than protein. Like, people need to research this. I was like amazed because people are so scared of carbs, and carbs are actually good for you. If you eat the right kind of carbs and healthy carbs, they're really good, especially for vegans. Carbs are amazing. So just research it, what kind of carbs to eat, not the sugary ones, but people are scared of carbs when they actually can be beneficial. Use a smaller plate. That sounds crazy, but the bigger the plate, the more likely you're going to pile on food and the bigger your appetite looks. You know, your eyes are bigger than your appetite. If you have a smaller plate, you can't fit as much on there, and then you have to force yourself, if you want more, to get up and go get more. Same thing if you're snacking. pour your snack into a bowl. Don't bring the whole bag with you and sit in front of the TV, because you're more likely end up eating more and you end up eating the whole bag than if you pour it in a bowl. You're like, oh, I'm out, I have to get up and go get more. Sometimes you'll just be like, you know what, I don't want more, I'm full, and you'll realize it. That's another thing, is people will watch TV while they eat and they end up eating more because they're not paying attention to what they're doing or what they're eating. And another thing is just portion control. You can have anything in moderation, but you need to control the portion. You want to eat till you're satisfied until you're full, not till you're stuffed. You don't want to overeat. You don't want to eat as much as you can. You don't want to shove your face. You want to eat until you're satisfied and then be done. You don't want to eat when you're bored. You don't want to eat because you feel like you need to eat. Eat when you're hungry, and if you want a smoothie, go drink a smoothie. If you want a potato, go eat a potato. Like, it's not like, oh, I have to restrict myself, because actually if you restrict yourself, you'll have opposite effects. You may lose weight at first, but your body will actually go into starvation mode and it will store fat. It will keep the extra and emergency fat because your body is freaking out from the lack of nutrients, and you'll actually slow down your metabolism and hurt your metabolism, and it will be harder to lose weight, and then you'll probably end up binging and eating a bunch of sugary foods and a bunch of crap foods just because you're so hungry when you could have just made a healthy meal. And then it's just a whole ongoing process. And then when you do start to eat healthy again, or just eat in general, you'll gain all that weight back because your metabolism is storing all of it in case you try to starve it again. So that's another thing, is restricting yourself with calories. Calories are not the problem. Calories are just energy, and people don't realize that. Like, you need calories to survive, but they're like, oh, this has 200 calories in it. Look at everything else. Look at the saturated fat and unsaturated fat. Unsaturated fat is the healthier fat. Saturated is the one that comes from the animal fat. Look at the protein. If it is a lot of protein's good for you. Look at the carbohydrates. Look at the sugars. Look at the added sugars. Look at the fiber. Look at the sodium. It's not about the calories. Something could be high, super high in calories, a ton of calories, and be the healthiest thing for you. It is not about calories. Yes, calories in a sugary food obviously most likely is bad for you, but it's not about calories. People freak out about their calories if they go over their calorie amount. Everyone's different in how much you exercise. If you're burning a lot of calories, you're going to have to eat a lot more calories. If you sit on the couch all day, then you probably don't need as many calories as the other person. Depending on your age, your height, your weight, and how active you are, that's up to your body. But to not give yourself energy and fuel because it's high in calories, it's not about the calories. People freak out. Something could be 300 calories and be a really, really healthy meal or a healthy snack. So people freak out, and it all depends on what else is in it. Are they good calories or bad calories? Chewing more slowly is good too, because your brain takes longer for you to process that you're full before your stomach does, before your brain tells your stomach that you need to stop eating. If you chew slower, or if you put your spoon or fork down in between bites, you'll register that you're full, and so you don't end up overeating. Another thing is sleep. Sleep is so important, and people don't realize that if you don't get enough sleep, or if you get too much sleep, you can actually gain weight, and it will be really hard for you to lose weight. You need to kind of like get yourself on a good routine, like go to bed around the same time, wake up at the same time, get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep as much as possible, because if your sleep is bad, your diet's going to be bad, your energy's going to be bad, your metabolism's going to be bad, your body's not going to lose weight. So having a good sleep cycle actually plays a big role in your weight loss. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is being active and exercising. Now, if you do research how to lose weight, a lot of it is diet. A lot of it is food. It's 70% food and 30% exercise is what I have heard. That you can exercise every day, but if you're eating crap food, you're either going to not lose any weight or kind of just maintain your weight. If you're a professional athlete who burns a ton of calories, then yes, they can basically eat whatever they want. Mindset. But if you're just doing an hour of workout every day, yeah, that's good. But you're not burning enough calories to just be eating whatever you want. You can lose so much weight by not exercising at all if you really didn't want to and just eating healthy. you'll be surprised. Rather than if you exercised every day but still ate whatever you want, you're going to lose weight a lot slower. You may lose weight at first because your body, you're exercising, but you're not really going to go far. So if you had to pick one, they do work the best together, like I said, because you have to add up to 100%, 70%, and 30%. You will get your results faster, you'll get better results, and you'll feel better. But if you had to pick one, like I said, food is going to be the most important. But for exercise, it is good, obviously, to exercise every day, at least a half hour, but I'd recommend like an hour to an hour and a half. My workout routine, what I like to do, I try to set up a schedule so I'll make sure I'm getting every part of my body so I don't get bored, and so I'm not just doing the same thing every day. On Mondays, I like to do cardio. I like to do cardio every day because that gets your heart pumping. It's good for your heart, it's good for your body, it gets your blood flowing, gives you energy, and then it burns fat. Then I like to do a full body strength training. A lot of people don't like lifting weights because it's horrible. I know, it feels horrible. But if you lift weights after you do cardio, you will continue to burn calories throughout the whole day, rather than if you just did cardio and then did nothing else. You're actually burning calories when you're using your muscle. And when people do a lot of cardio or eat healthy and lose a lot of weight, they're losing their muscle. And then you'll be lean, but you won't be toned. You won't have that effect that you want. If you want to build muscle, you have to lift weight, because cardio is going to burn your fat, but you also need to gain muscle. And you are actually more likely to burn more calories if you lift weights after your workout. On Tuesday, I do HIIT cardio, which is high intensity interval training, which is you do a really intense exercise for a short period of time with a short break in between, but you're burning a lot of calories and a lot of fat. And then I do my arms. I just do weights with my arms. Wednesday, I do abs. I do cardio abs, and then I do like actual ab exercises. But fun fact, you're actually better off doing cardio and other exercises for your abs and sit-ups and crunches. Those, they'll build muscle underneath, but they don't work as well than if you just did cardio. You'll notice your abs are forming a lot easier. Thursday, I do cardio again and arms. Friday is abs and butt and legs, the lower body, but you use your legs every day even when you do cardio, so the legs get the most interaction. Saturday is full body strength training. Again, everything gets worked. And then Sunday, cardio and butt and legs again. Everyone's different. You can just do full body every day. Sometimes you might need a break in between. You might need a rest day or a day that's your cheat day, because doing it right off the bat might be hard for some people. It's not going to kill you to eat a bad meal here and there, or even twice a week or 3 times a week. If you eat a bad meal, it's not going to mess up your whole routine. That doesn't mean give up. People slip up. People have cravings. Sometimes you give into those cravings and you really don't want to. And if you're working on your discipline, it doesn't mean just, feel bad about it. You'll be fine. Or if you skip a workout, or if you have, like, let's say Sundays are your cheat day, you don't work out and you don't eat healthy, fine. So that is everything I have for tips and tricks on being healthy. And you don't want to diet. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. Dieting doesn't work because they just go on and off, and you don't want to think of it as a diet. You want to think of it as your new lifestyle. This is how you're going to eat. This is what you're going to do. And you don't want to look at it as like a temporary thing. So that is everything I have for this video. If you have anything I missed or any extra tips and advice, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and then the little bell so you can get notified when I upload. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later.